We are set to go for the Cycle City Corp INEX Legends. Danny Wyatt, Nick Lates, Jamie Price, Joe Hendricks Jr., Spencer Saunders, Chris Rayford, Brad Hancock, Brian May, and Steve Kesey. Steve Kesey up front with Brian May. They had the best qualifying laps today. Brad Hancock, Chris Rayford second, Spencer Saunders and Joe Hendricks third row. Then Jamie Price, Nick Lates, and Danny Wyatt as they get the green flag underway. 24 and 54 did not get a chance to qualify, but they are in the race. Nick Lates and Owen Chappell qualified back a little bit further. As we try to complete this first lap, it's going to be Steve Kesey over Brad Hancock, Spencer Saunders in the top three, and then Brian May. Jamie Price back in the fifth position. 30 machine, Joe Hendricks Jr. He's won some championships out here at Langley Speedway. He's back there in the sixth position. Ahead of Chris Rayford in the 88. And up front, Steve Kesey in that zero machine. Here comes the 17, though. Brad Hancock closing in. So is Spencer Saunders in that 7. Spencer Saunders leads the points over Brad Hancock, Jamie Price, Brian May, and Steve Kesey the top 5. Chris Rayford right there in 6 in points. Joe Hendricks Jr., Danny Wyatt, Scotty Edwards, Michael Edwards in the top 10. Those drivers running for the Rookie of the Year include Danny Wyatt, Michael Edwards, and Owen Chappell in that 54 machine. Look at those front four, nose to tail, speed just about even. Here goes the 17, Brad Hancock, making a move to the inside on the 0 of Steve Kesey. Now gets out of it a little bit. Spencer Saunders is there looking on the inside of that 17 of Brad. Jamie Price, he's usually up there in the mix too. Looks like he's falling back a little bit, car not handling the way he wants it to. Joe Hendricks Jr. trying to get by him. Here we go again up front. You would call this a gaggle, and we've got it. The 17 trying to get by that 0, the 7 trying to get by the 17, and the 22 trying to get by all 3 of them if he can. Brad Hancock down low on the 0 machine of Steve Kesey. Side by side for the lead between these two. Kesey on the outside, and the 17 making the pass. Spencer Saunders also gets by. He will take over the second spot, or will he? Kesey hanging tough on that outside. Here goes the 22, Brian May down low to take over the third spot. Steve Kesey falls back in line just ahead of Jamie Price in 5th. Kesey will go up and take the third spot away again from Brian May. And Jamie Price will get by as well. Brad Hancock gets by the 22 now. He will take over the 5th position. Lots of changes, lots of passes. Here goes Chris Rayford. The 88 makes the move on the 22 of Brian May. Spencer Saunders mounts a challenge for the lead of the race, trying to get by that 17. Caution flag is out. And a spin on the back straightaway, Owen Chappell, the reason for the caution flag. He gets it turned around and righted the right way.
Founded in 1962, May Electric specializes in general contracting with a specialty in design build and in electrical security, technology, and power quality solutions and services. Call 757-595-2300. Langley Speedway thanks May Electric for their support throughout the 2010 season.
And here it is, the 2011 season, and it's a good one so far. 17, 7, 0, 0, 8, and 30 up front. That is Brad Hancock, Spencer Saunders, Steve Kesey, Jamie Price, and Joe Hendricks Jr. Dave Terrell, pace truck driver, will take it behind the pits. Cars will get into the gas here. As Brad Hancock, Spencer Saunders, Steve Kesey, Jamie Price, Joe Hendricks Jr. are set to go as the green flag flies again. They've been mixing it up so far. Let's see what happens for these final 15 laps. Good restart for the 17 of Brad Hancock. He stays well ahead of Spencer Saunders in the 7 with a challenge behind him by that 0 car. Here goes Chris Rayford in the 30 car with a good race between themselves. Brian May is there too in that 22. And he's back in 7th. Top 3 trying to pull away from Jamie Price in that 08. Spencer Saunders once again looks to make the pass in the 17 for the lead. And Steve Kesey, he's not giving up in the 0 car. Top 3 nose to tail fighting for the lead. Brad Hancock, Spencer Saunders, Steve Kesey. Here goes Spencer Saunders, bumping a little bit on the 17, letting him know he's there, wants to get by. He's looking on the inside. Almost identical as far as speed goes the last time they come by. Side-by-side battle rages on for the lead. Almost 3 guys trying to get the lead away now. As Spencer Saunders takes it away, Steve Kesey's there fighting on the inside of the 17 of Brad Hancock. 10 laps to go. Steve Kesey now looking to take the lead away as he dives on the inside of the 7 of Spencer Saunders. He will get the lead now. Brad Hancock now on the inside of the 7, who spins in between turns 1 and 2. No caution flag, no harm, no foul, but yes, the caution flag will come out. I guess he wasn't able to get it refired, but he does now. And the caution flag comes out here on lap 16 for the 2nd time. Steve Kesey showing the way. Brad Hancock 2nd, then Jamie Price moving up. 30 machine also. Of course, it helped that the 2 guys that were fighting for the lead spun themselves out on the last lap, but still, he came back. Steve Kesey showing the way here. Brad Hancock right there in the 17. 08 Jamie Price, 30 machine. And that is Joe Hendricks Jr., Brian May in the 22. All of these guys very capable of winning and all have won here at Langley in the Legends division. Langley Speedway pace truck comes into the pits, and here we go. The final 9 laps. Steve Kesey, you know he's got to be a little nervous. That adrenaline is pumping as the green flag flies again. Brad Hancock all over the back end of Steve Kesey's machine, looking at that McDonald's logo. 08 Jamie Price is right there too. Brad Hancock with Tidewater DJs, Morgan James Publishing sponsoring him this year. And the 0 Steve Kesey with McDonald's and JKL Enterprises. He's out front. Hampton Collision Center, Elizabeth River Lawn and Landscape. All these cars modeled after those Ford and Chevrolet Coupes from the mid-30s. Brad Hancock again is going to go to the inside of Steve Kesey, fighting for the lead between turns 1 and 2. Steve Kesey maintains the lead over Brad Hancock, Jamie Price, Joe Hendricks, and Brian May in the top 5. Brad Hancock, that number 17 car, not giving up on taking it away from Steve Kesey. Brian May in the 30 with a great battle side by side between turns 1 and 2. Brad Hancock slips a little bit, got to the outside. Brian May takes advantage of that, and he moves up into the 4th position. Four laps to go. Steve Kesey driving a very smart race tonight. He is 5th in the points coming into tonight's event, qualified up there on the pole, showing the way. Fell back a little bit at the beginning of the race, saved his car, and he's in the top spot with 3 laps to go. Jamie Price, he's got a mirror full of that 22 of Brian May trying to take over that 3rd spot as the 17 gets to the inside on Steve Kesey. He makes the pass, takes over the lead. Great racing for the first spot. Great racing back there for the third spot, too, as Jamie Price does all he can to hang on to that position ahead of Brian May in the 22. White flag in the windshield. Final lap of the race. Can Steve Kesey pass the 17? He thought he had this race won. Brett Hancock says, no, you don't. But Steve Kesey might be saying the same thing as they go between turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out. It's going to be Brad Hancock who wins over Steve Kesey, Jamie Price, Brian May, Spencer Saunders. And the 30 machine finishes back there just outside the top 5. Joe Hendricks Jr., Chris Rayford, the 88-7. Danny Wyatt, the 8, was 8th. Nick Lates, the 24, is 9th. And Owen Chappell finished in the 54 car in 10th. There's your winner, the number 17, Brad Hancock. Tidewater DJs, Morgan James Publishing sponsoring the number 17. Came into tonight's event second in the points. Spencer Saunders had a few problems and he fell back to 5th position.
Brad Hancock, 17, will make his way to victory lane here at Langley Speedway. They're lining up. We're going to go quick for you, ladies and gentlemen. The KeysVacation.com modifieds, twin 30s tonight. And it will be on in a matter of moments, so stand by for that. A Larry McBride sticker on there. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Brad Hancock, right there. Brad, come on out here, man. Brad will get unstrapped, get fitted up. He'll be joining us here in just a moment. The 17 car. And the Cycle City Corp Legends here at Langley Speedway. You and Stephen Kesey always put on a good show out here tonight. Tell us about it.
I don't know, man. It was awesome. It was a good run. We both ran each other pretty clean. We both had real fast cars. Spencer, I know he was real quick. I don't know what really happened to him. He got shuffled back, but he won the first 2. He's been really strong, so it's a really strong field this year, and to get a win feels really good. We won a bunch last year, but we were struggling a little bit at the beginning of this year, so it feels good to get back.
Drivers all around the country talk about drivers from here at Langley Speedway, putting it in the win column. Certainly, that's a good one for you, and I'm sure we're going to see it on LegendNation.com as well.
Yeah, I'm sure. They do a lot of coverage for our series, the Legend Car Series, and they do all the results nationwide, so they're real good. But I got to thank a couple more people. I got to thank my dad. Did a lot of work on the car, maintains it, gets it ready for me every week. Tidewater DJs, Rayford's Lawn and Lawn Service. They've been great help to us, and I don't know what to say.
Hey, I know. Look at that good-looking young lady there. Come on up here, and she's got a trophy for you. Tell everybody your name.
My name is Jillian.
And she loves Tony Stewart, right? Well, here's your new best friend. Here's Brad Hancock. Say hi to him. Give him a trophy there. There you go. Racing for Hope here tonight. Thank y'all very much for being here. We appreciate you. Get a photograph there.